Hey guys, Health Plan here for Jack Factory. I just want you to come grocery shopping with me to show you exactly what I eat to get huge every day. That's all you need. Bye. Hi guys, Health Blonde here for Jack Factory. I thought I would invite you in on a little grocery run with me, considering that a lot of the grocery haul videos that you see are aimed towards a lot of the bigger boys. Even though I am trying to grow, I thought that I would give you some alternatives in regards to good, nutritious, holistic foods to help you grow big guns. So what I like to do is, if at all possible, I try to get people to buy local. So I'm not going to get into what every single food does, because I'm sure that you guys can figure out what foods you like the best and whatever. But when it comes to vegetables, see, we're in the vegetable section, fruit and vegetables, keep in mind, everybody's so focused these days on macronutrients. So how much carbs, how much protein, how much fat should I eat? I like to focus on what a food does in terms of helping you grow and little things in your body, not just muscles, but your hair, your skin, your teeth, your nails. So when we look at different types of vegetables, try to look at the most nutritionally dense, micronutrient rich foods that will really help you perform, not only in the gym and on stage, but in your day-to-day life, give you mental clarity. So we look at things like fresh kale. And if you can buy local, that's amazing as well. Kale is one of those vegetables that I actually like to saute. It's a little hard to digest raw, but if you do like raw vegetables, you can eat it raw. But I do like to saute that or bake it in the oven sometimes, really helps. Let's go check out the spinach. Okay, so we've got, this is my own personal staple. I will go through a great big one of these every couple of days. So spinach is great for the insoluble fiber, so it helps keep things moving in the belly and the digestive system. And it also can add a bit of bulk to your food, especially one of my main meals on and off season and in prep are egg white omelets. And this can make it really nice and meaty. So we're gonna go with some spinach. Mushrooms, love them. They're like the underrated vegetable. Very high in potassium, in zinc, fiber, and again, it gives you that nice meat to a plain white omelet. When I make my egg white omelets, I always add mushrooms. Delicious and nutritious. So another thing I like to add to any of my meals, especially some of my fish meals, is asparagus. Everybody knows, I think one of the most common things people know about asparagus is that it's a natural diuretic, which is great, but it's also one of those superfoods that, in terms of pound for pound, it's like one of those foods that just has so many health benefits. It's a win-win, and it tastes delicious, and it's a great way to bulk up your breakfast, your lunch, or your supper. Asparagus. Let's go for some cucumber. Okay, so I love cucumbers. Potassium, vitamin C. Again, a great way to add some bulk without adding too many calories, especially if you're in a restriction zone, such as prep. But these are the mini seedless cucumbers. So I will add, like, sometimes a half one, depending on how big they are, or a full one to any of my meals. Delicious. These are beautiful. I think if avocados came with a nutritional value on them, I think people would be so excited to eat them. I think people are afraid to eat avocados because they think it's fat, but it's so much more than just fat. This food is delicious, it's nutritious, and it's so good for you. And if you're trying to add some size and add a good fat and a good source, these are packed with fiber as well. They're so good for you. Don't be afraid of avocados. If you like guacamole, which I don't think I've ever eaten in my life, I will literally eat an avocado while I'm peeling an avocado to eat an avocado. Does that make sense? Delicious. So let's look at some foods that are considered nature's whole foods. Okay, so obviously everybody likes rice. Rice is really good because it's a great source of carbohydrates. It's easy to digest. Quinoa is another really good healthy alternative that contains fats, proteins, fibers, and carbs. So if you're sick of eating rice, it's your off season, you want to probably meat up your salad a little bit. You can throw it on a bed of spinach or throw it into a fish meal. This is a delicious, nutritious alternative, or something you can just add. It's really good. Another little trick that I use, this is in prep and in the off season, is I'm big on B vitamins. So every single one of us are stressed. We have all kinds of stress in our lives, whether it's from work, from training, relationships, life, whatever. B vitamins are your stress vitamins. And this is called nutritional yeast, and it is very, very rich in B12. And it's a great little alternative, believe it or not, to buttery tastes. So it's a flaky, buttery taste that you can I put it over my cold salads. I also sprinkle it over my tuna, and I like it on my fish as well, such as tilapia. So, and I'll sprinkle this over my egg whites as well. So if you're looking to enhance your B vitamins, this is a great source, which is very delicious and nutritious, and it doesn't come in a pill. It's real food. This is also a really great alternative to anybody who doesn't like just typical dairy sources of calcium. Cashew milk is another really good alternative. They have like an original, there's a chocolate, and there's a vanilla. So, and you can always get the unsweetened version of these. I always say to people, try to taste your food for the first time. Instead of adding all kinds of condiments that can add all kinds of calories and sugar, chew your food, let Mother Nature tell you what it was intended for. I always say that about a red pepper. A red pepper contains, I think, more vitamin C than an average medium-sized orange. So eat your red pepper, chew it. I always say digestion begins in the mouth for a reason. Your saliva breaks down, it has enzymes in it, breaks down the food, and then just enjoy the taste. Chew your food before you swallow it. Enjoy it. We weren't born with stomach teeth. Teeth are here, so enjoy. Let's go get some fish. Now, I always try to buy this stuff fresh. I don't know if they have any fresh stuff here today, but this is a very, very delicious fish. This is great with previously mentioned quinoa, rice. I add rice and spinach to my tilapia meal. Delicious. It's my pre-gym workout meal, actually. It's really, really good. These are also some of my favorite fish sources. So we've got fresh cod, fresh salmon, a real meaty substitute for the typical chicken or meat. The thing I will say about these meaty type of fishes is that they are easy to digest. So if you're bulking and you're trying to eat a lot of food, these are very simple to digest. I love the fats that are in the salmon as well. Keep you full for a nice long time. So I just got really excited because there's fresh mussels here. These are a delicious source of protein. And being here in Newfoundland, these are a great, delicious treat that you can add in place of any fish, any protein. And they're so appropriately named. Enjoy. I'm the president of Chocoholics and Peanut Butteraholic. I have to admit. This is my favorite brand of nut butters. They also come in a creamy peanut butter and a crunchy peanut butter. but this is raw almond butter, and it is divine. Okay, so it's off season. Even when it's on season, I always say to my coach, don't drop the chocolate until the last possible second. I can't help it. Coffee and chocolate and peanut butter. Beautifulness, all of this right here. Just pick one. Chocolate does have very good health benefits, like coffee. Plenty of antioxidants and plenty of goodness and yumminess that just makes you happy. And a happy person does everything better. I like this grocery store because I can reach. I'm 4'11", so this can be. This is my favorite yogurt. This will yield you almost 20 grams of protein per serving. So to make my meal more complete, I add usually, depending on what meal it is, a half scoop to a scoop of salted caramel to my yogurt. And then I'll add chocolate maybe, some almond milk, some peanut butter, some oats, depending on what meal it is and depending on when the season is. But that is a delicious, nutritious source of protein. It's easy to digest. If you're a little like me, okay, and I get that we're all trying to put muscle on and everything else, but realistically, my belly is only so big, even if I stretch it out. So when I'm trying to eat a lot and be in a caloric surplus, I have to be mindful of what I'm putting in my belly, because I don't want my belly to become too distended, and I want to be able to enjoy my foods, choose them based on their nutritional value, but also I want to enjoy my food. And there are so many ways to enjoy your food. So whether you're in prep or in an off season, what I suggest to you is figure out the foods that you love the most and then add a bunch of your favorite things to them. And it's actually quite easy to enjoy food as a bodybuilder. Now, let's see. Coffee. Oh, yes, coffee. So, another one of my favorite aisles is coffee aisle. We live in Canada. We live on an island in the middle of the North Atlantic. I don't blink without my coffee. I do have a practical application for coffee. And if you're in prep and you're hungry, coffee will help with your hunger pangs. It's a really nice, soothing drink when you're in prep between meals to make that time go faster. So enjoy your coffee. If it's fine ground, what you can also do is add a little tiny little bit sprinkle to your protein shakes, and it'll give you that little bit of a zip if you're not a hot beverage person. Or you can just brew coffee, wait till it gets cold, and add it to your protein shakes as well. But this is life right here. You know I like stuff because I got to wiggle. While we're here in the coffee aisle, I just want to add as well that if you're trying to bulk up or meat up things to make them a little more dense in terms of nutrients and calories, pick your favorite nut, pick your favorite seed, and add them to your food. It's a delicious, nutritious way to spice up your life and make your food more enjoyable, make it more crunchy if you like crunch, and a great source of fat and all kinds of nutrition in all sorts of nuts. So I hope you had fun grocery shopping with me this morning. I didn't want to be too preachy in terms of what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat. I just really want to reiterate that food should be ingested to be enjoyed, but also to reap the benefits of what every food group has to offer. And if you're like me and you're a little bit picky about your type of food that you eat, you can invent your own. So I've created a little recipe. Now I burn water, I am not bragging, but I've created a recipe that I use off season to help add nutrients, calories, density, and taste to my food. So maybe someday I'll show you what that food is, because in my opinion, it's a perfect pre-workout, post-workout, before bed snack, before gym snack, hanging around being bored snack, enjoy with your coffee snack. Maybe someday I'll share it with you. Thanks for coming.